Hey, so a lot of y'all have been asking me, how do I grow a brand really quickly so that I can do product reviews because I'm someone who has influence? So you want to get into the Amazon influencer program, or maybe you want to have a bigger impact on YouTube. One of the ways to get started with that is growing a social following on a different platform like Twitter or Instagram or TikTok. And so a lot of people have specifically been asking about Twitter. So let me tell you what I know. I'm running an experiment right now on Twitter where I have 8 different accounts, and I'm following people this month to see who follows back and trying different experiments along the way. Now, if you want to grow really quickly on Twitter, the easiest way to do that is also the most dangerous way, which is just following a lot of people really quickly. That can result in you getting banned. Now, Twitter does say that you can follow up to 5,000 people and up to 400 people a day, but they don't want you to do that too quickly. So, what my experiments are showing so far is if you already have a lot of followers, then you can follow 400 people in a single session and do that in like 1 minute. So you can just search, find people in your target audience, follow them, and then it will say, do you want to follow 7 other people who are like these followers? And you can do that really, really quickly and follow 400 people in a single day. And you can do that every day. So I've done that on a number of my accounts this year, and I've been able to follow 400 people a day every single day. And then, of course, depending on how engaged your audience is, a certain number of those will follow back. On some of my accounts, I'm getting like 50% to follow me back, but more typically, you'll only get like 5 to 20% to follow you back. Now, the important thing is Twitter's really wary of what they call follower churn, where you follow a ton of people and then you unfollow a ton of people if they haven't followed you back. You can't do that. That's against their rules. However, you're not violating follower churn if you do follow a lot of people in a relatively short period of time, and then sometime in the future unfollow those who are not following you. And so what I recommend is go through periods of time where you follow a lot of people and make sure that those are targeted people. So for example, if you have a Pokemon account, you're following people who like Pokemon, and the easiest way to do that is simply search Pokemon and then look under the people tab. And if people like Pokemon enough to put it in their Twitter bio, they're going to show up in that people tab in the search category. And so that's a good way to find people who are relevant to you and to that's the audience you want to build. But it's also the audience you want to follow because you want to be involved with those people. The best way to grow followers is to provide value. And of course, the best way to provide value is to tweet and to tweet things that are useful. So if you're in that Pokemon world, tweet something related to Pokemon that's helpful to other people or entertaining, something that's going to engage people. My accounts that grow the most are the ones that have really relevant tweets. And so make sure you're doing that. I talked about my accounts that already have a lot of followers. And in those accounts, you can follow up to that 400 a day. If you don't have a lot of followers, they do let you follow up to 5,000. And then at that point, it's a ratio based on how many people you follow and how many people are following you. So typically, Twitter wants you to be following less people than are actually following you. So if you're following 5,000 people, but you have 10,000 followers, then they'll let you continue growing by 400 people a day until you hit that threshold where it's the same number following you as what you follow. If you are following more people than follow you, then they're going to restrict how much you can grow in a day. They might let you grow 400 in a day up to a certain point, and I think that's around 10 to 20% more. So if you're following 5,000 people, and you have 5,000 followers, they'll let you keep growing quickly until you're following 6,000 people. That's not an exact science. They won't tell you exactly what those numbers are. If you are a brand new channel and you want to follow people quickly, they're going to put a lot more restrictions on you, and they might even send you a bunch of warnings. They might suspend your account. They might even ban you. And so you have to be careful. And what I recommend is follow what they suggest. And so you can follow a lot of people, but in the beginning, they might only let you follow like 20 a day. And it will only be following individual people. It won't give you that prompt that says, do you want to follow people like this person? So it will be a little bit slower process, but you can follow 20 people in, a minute. And if you did that every day for a couple of months, then you would have followed several hundred people. And if you are following the right people and tweeting the right things, then you're going to start to get followers back. And so that's a way that you can grow quickly. Sometimes, and again, that's why I'm doing this experiment. So I'll do another video like this in a few more weeks. I started a couple brand new accounts this year, and on some of them, they let me follow 400 for the first few days, but then they said, you're following too many people. And then they limited how many you could follow to back down to about that 20 to 30 a day. And so on those accounts, I'm following like 1,500 people, and I've already gotten about 100 followers back without even tweeting. Now, the goal is, they're saying slow things down. So now I need to focus on providing quality tweets and following those 20 people a day. So that's what I'll be doing for the rest of the month. So I'll keep you updated on the success. If you are a brand new to Twitter, what I recommend is search out people in your niche, follow them, but be smart about it. Don't follow too many people, don't follow a bunch and then unfollow them, but start to build up your following. And again, the best way to do that is providing quality tweets. So start tweeting. All right, thanks, bye.